What's happening, everyone? What's going on? FragHeads Max Forte to bring you another review. This time, subscriber's choice. You voted, and the winner was this little doozy right here that you saw from the title of this video. This is Velvet Teddy from MAC, coming up right now. All right, so first and foremost, let's get into the presentation, price point, and a little background of MAC House. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the background before we talk about the presentation real quickly. So MAC is a cosmetic, worldwide famous house that is extremely popular with women. Like I said, I had no idea that they produced fragrances. They've been founded in Toronto, Canada by Frank Toscan and Frank Notarangelo in 1984. So it's been around for 30 plus years in the market. And as a matter of fact, they have a whole bunch of really good fragrances that you really should check it out. In particular, this collection here, again, it's the Shadescent collection based on lipstick colors that they have. And altogether, they have 6 compositions in this collection. This is definitely the one that takes the cake. So, presentation, the box is really cool. Nothing really fancy about it, but it's pretty nice. Make sure this focus. It's MAC Velvet Teddy. You see right here, it says Shadescent Eau de Parfum, 50 ml, 1.7. At the bottom here, you will have etched on the box your batch code. This is your barcode. Back here, you have a whole bunch of different information about MAC and where it's produced, so forth and so on. The cap is, again, nothing really crazy. It's just a plastic looking cap. Not really heavy or anything like that. MAC is right deep into the cap. And the bottle itself, it's plastic base with your information here along with your batch code. This is glass. The sprayer itself is actually not bad. Let me give you a couple of mists here so you can see what it's like. Let's get on focus here. Not bad of a sprayer. So as far as price points is concerned, this is available in 50 ml only for $57 at your retailer, like, you know, your general store like a Macy's, a MAC counter. This cannot be found anywhere discounted as of yet, but I'm sure within time you might be able to find this discounted. So that was the presentation for MAC Velvet Teddy. So the release date for this was just last year, 2016, right around November. So just for the holidays, they released this MAC line called the Shadescent, which all in all, you have 6 different compositions. And I think for sure, out of all the ones that I tried, unless they release something else, but from the 6 I've tried, this is definitely the one that takes the cake. As far as the nose behind this composition or the perfumier, unfortunately, I could not find it anywhere, and I've done enough extensive research. Couldn't find it. If you guys can help, please drop it below. Classified as an Oriental with gourmand tendencies. Let's get into settings, occasions, and ages best suited for this fragrance. So I think this is definitely a more formal, dressier kind of fragrance. It's very opulent. It's heady. It's so sweet that it's almost syrupy, especially in the first couple hours of the scent. I don't think this is conducive of, like, you know, casual wear. Although, because of $57 for 50 ml, you know, because the price point is so great for what you get, you can actually pull this off as a signature scent wearing every day, especially if you live in a location where the climate is not as hot. You know, if it's kind of like cool all year round, this is a perfect signature scent. But to me, I think the perfect occasion is definitely dressier, more elegant kind of settings. And I think for seasons, I'd say early spring, perfect for fall and winter. Age groups, I think that, again, anyone can pull this off, but I don't think a high schooler should really be pulling this off. I think this is definitely more college and up kind of scent, and it's definitely gender free. I think a guy or a gal can pull this off perfectly. Okay, so what I get from the scent. This is a perfect alternative to the fragrance I'm going to tell you right now. If you like Tom Ford's Private Blend Tobacco Vanille, this is a very, very good. I'm not going to say it's perfectly like Tobacco Vanille, like, you know, because as far as performance goes, which I'll get to it in a second, it doesn't go toe to toe, you know. Although, you know, Tom Ford Private Blends have been reformulated, and some of the newer stuff are not as pungent and strong as they once were. So maybe it will go toe to toe. I haven't tried some of the latest reformulations, so I don't know, but I've heard a lot of people saying that the newer reformulations are really, really bad and fleeting. But for review purposes of MAC Velvet Teddy, I got 7 to 8 hours longevity with this fragrance, and then it got closer to the skin, but it still gave me a nice little scent bubble. Now, as far as projection, the first to 2 hours are very, very good, you know, from good to almost great. And then after the 2.5, 3 hours, it starts to get closer, but again, it gives you a real nice sillage and scent bubble. So all in all, you know, this is an eau de parfum, and $57 for a 50 ml. I think it's a fantastic deal if you love Tom Ford Private Blend Tobacco Vanille and you don't want to, you know, cuff up $215, I think it is, for a 50 ml. This is a perfect alternative. Now, I did get a melange of different things in here, although the notes are only saying that it has musk and honey in there. Those two are definitely present, but I did get a little bergamot up top. You know, I got some ginger in here, some dried fruit, definitely tobacco. Again, you know, all in all, bottom line, this is a very, very great alternative to Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. That's the best way to describe it. If you like that scent, if you haven't tried it, try them both side by side. And I'm going to tell you right now, from introduction to the dry down, it's 80% Tobacco Vanille, if not more. All right, let's get into the rating of this fragrance. So, presentation, nothing groundbreaking or outstanding, but I did like the bottle. I thought it was really cool. You know, the Shadescent kind of motif here. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 for presentation. Pretty good. The uniqueness of the scent, so rating of the scent itself. Again, the only thing that you can compare this to is Tobacco Rouge from Phaidon or Tobacco Vanille from Private Blend, Tom Ford Private Blend. So it's not groundbreaking by any means, but it is a very good scent. So scent alone, I'm gonna give it an 8. It's a very good scent. There's not a lot of stuff out there that smells like this, but it's comparable to a couple of really good fragrances that we know in the fragrance community. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay, so performance. So let's talk about projection longevity, which we talked about. It's actually pretty decent. It pushes really good in the beginning. It lasts quite a good work stay. So I'm also going to give it an 8. It's really good performance, you know, for a fragrance house that no one really talked about, no one, you know, gave 2 cents for. This is something that really did a good job for me. Very, a breath of fresh air from MAC. And by the way, they have a lot of great fragrances besides this Shadescent line. I've tried a couple other things from them, which we'll talk about in the future. It's actually pretty impressive. So 8 for performance. Versatility, I'm also going to give it an 8 because, again, it's gender-free. Guys and gals can pull this off. You can wear it pretty much all year long except for when it's really hot out. So it's going to get an 8 out of 10. Which gets me to the final rate, which I'm going to give this a solid round 8.0. Very good release from last year. Probably one of the best releases. I wish I had gotten my nose sooner on this. I didn't get this fragrance until later, almost in January. You know, a couple weeks ago I got this fragrance, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of the best releases from last year, hands down. Great job. Kudos to not only MAC for putting something so cool together, but also for 860 Cologne, Jason for bringing this to light to the fragrance community. If you haven't checked this channel out, go check it out. 860 Cologne. Again, kudos to you for bringing this to light to the fragrance community. Like I always do, 3 words to sum the scent. It's delicious, sophisticated, and sexy. That's it. Bottom line, this is an amazing release. Go check it out. Go to your MAC counter, go to your general store. You'll not disappoint with this line, especially Velvet Teddy. Which gets me to the next point. Let me know in the comment section below, have you tried anything from MAC at all? Have you tried anything from the Shadescent line? Let me know if you tried anything whatsoever from this line. I'd love to read the comments on what you guys have to say from MAC. Stay tuned for a lot more. In the meantime, you know what to do. Keep on spraying and stay tuned for more. Ciao.